Episode 22. Pippit's been busy reorganizing the collection room here, in a way that I find somewhat visually pleasing. Of course, it's all going to change depending on whatever we get by the end of the collection. Don't know what the upper limit is going to be like for the number of batteries or diamonds or even apples if there are somehow more of those. And keys, I don't know. Overall, there are some places where I feel like things don't really fit in, but I guess it's not going to be perfect. This could very well be the finale episode where we finish our collection, but first we gotta finish the normal 100% type stuff first, which is going back to the fortune teller and finding more rooms that have the things we're looking for. But I thought it'd be fun to do all of that while cheating. So we'll keep these on for money collection, of course. If we can, we would like to keep this on, but I want to do the cheaters build now. Basically, the build where we just put on all the cheaters badges is basically it. Or however much we can. Actually, can we upgrade those so that they're less PP? 999 each, so only some of them. None of them have more badge point decrease than the others, but I think we do want all of them on. We'll get more money soon enough. Cheater, all the way. And this because we will be using Walk the Dog, I guess? With the Cheaters train, or the Cheaters Unleashed. Well, I guess this is good. We will run into enemies. But I also want this for the challenge rooms. Well, we have enough HP now, don't we? We have full maximum HP. So we have boost to all movement speed. The string lengths increase. It's not that much of an increase, but I guess it is important for combat and stuff. Turn wherever we want with Walk the Dog. Turn our off-string throw wherever we want. Probably very important for a collection, and this one too. And of course the fishing rod, which is just for quality of life stuff, I guess. Unless we can somehow let's test it over here. Can we pick this up and, well actually, I put one other thing from our collection over here just for moving things around. It's hard to move things around in that room if this is constantly firing, but it is part of our collection, or it will be in the end. Let's test this. When we return, it drops it off on the ground. I would think it would drop it off like where it originally was, but no. Can we use that to our advantage somehow to catch some things that we normally couldn't? The answer might be yes, but I can't think of it right now. We could use it to move it to a location that isn't as far as like if we wanted to move this not all the way to the edge, normally we'd have to just throw the yo-yo, for example. It would travel all the way into the water, but we could stop it halfway with this, if that does us any good for a collection. Can't really think of how, though. What would also be good is, it's not a cheater's badge, but this thing. Lets the yo-yo bounce off walls, so that also helps you break unintended areas of the game design map and everything. Like getting yo-yos back from certain receptacles that might be over water or something, as we did when we first got this badge. Maybe I have to take this off and this off when we have to put this on. But we still need money to upgrade the rest of these badges, so yeah. We'll just leave the dummy to continuously get attacked by that laser while we're out. Okay, so back to the and I should have been wearing this super speed in the last episode, but I guess I was still in non-cheater mode. Yeah, back to the fortune teller for the remainder of our collection. Ah, right. It damages us. That's going to be very hard to control, the Oh, can we jump further with this? I guess we can. It's gonna be very hard to control this with the super speed, but it's gonna be funny. Another room. Cancelled subway. Really, back there? X2, Y1. Oh no. Yeah, it's way too fast now. Cancelled subway, huh? We're so fast, wow. This is the way to do it for the finale, if this is the finale. Subway was right here, so I guess it's South Plaza. We're faster than you. Everything's so fast now. Oh. Now it was X something, Y something, right? Oh, over here. Okay. How'd I miss that one? We had wall ride by the time we were here, right? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I guess I'm stupid. Probably focused on other things while I was down here. Oh, we don't have... right. Actually, that's also important. We don't really need the parry, do we? This is important for letting us get through those other blocks without using the intended bombs, I guess. It's the only move that gives us an explosion that I can think of. Just put on Sleeper, I think, if we have to do like high damage. Actually, if we have to deal with an enemy group, I guess this is also good for an enemy group. This is good for high DPS on like a target. And we do have like longer range with this. I guess the longer range also applies to that. That is actually pretty significantly further than I remembered when we first got the patch. Yeah, I just kind of ignored this, didn't I? Oh wait, right. Well, I guess this room is just money, and we do need money. It's just not the most exciting one to get. What we want is that last Cheaters patch to complete our Cheaters build, which actually is gonna need more badge points, I guess. Or to reduce the amount of badge points on what we're getting. Pretty soon. Next stop. Well, I guess it's not the next stop, it's the usual stop, and then we get the next stop. You know what, we don't care if we take damage from the cab, we basically have infinite HP at this point. It's so much that we don't have to worry about it, for the most part, at least not for normal exploration. Abandoned tunnels, X2, Y1. Which ones were the abandoned tunnels? Abandoned tunnels. Abandoned tunnels? Wait, those ones? Over here. Because these tunnels aren't abandoned, not the ones that they were digging in. Yeah, that's the only place that I can think of. I mean, the subway is also sort of abandoned tunnels, but not really. Well, okay, let's go to Pipistrello Industries. So we gotta go back to the office, which isn't too far. Fastest would be actually the blue portal. And there's plenty of things like this that we have to add to our collection, but we're focused on just the fortune teller stuff right now. We will have to come back here, so maybe I'm wasting my time by not getting them now, but this is fine. X2, Y1, huh? Oh, I see. Yeah, just there. Didn't even see that when we peeked in here during the end episode, episode 20. Go. Oh, the last cheater's badge, okay. You just had to come back here like at the very end of the game. That makes sense for the last badge in the menu, the bottom right. Because you wouldn't have had walk the dog the first time you came here, and you couldn't come back here after getting walk the dog until you, well, did the rest of the game. The cheater's teleportation badge. Wait, is this what I needed? Enables you to teleport to the off-string Yoyo's position by engaging the trick stance. Wow. That's a good one. I haven't even begun to consider how that breaks the game, but... Okay, let's unequip this since... Do those actually... Yeah, they conflate each other, actually. Because they're the same input. Like if you throw the yo-yo, you either press the trick stance to recall it, or you press the trick stance to teleport to it. Well, I did say that this might be useful for like moving things around, but this is obviously way more useful. I guess that works out for a cheater's build. We don't have to worry about the extra badge points needed and take this stuff off. But if we had to, we could have put on this by removing a couple of these. Just testing it out. Here we go. Incredible. This lets us get past a few things, but... It might let us get past barriers, can't it? Not just those barriers, I'm thinking of the item barriers specifically. Yeah, it can. This is exactly what we needed. This is perfect. We can get everything, I think. This is the best badge in the game. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm getting exactly what I needed. I mentioned in the last episode that I didn't think a badge that lets us hop gates would be, well, the cheater's badge that we get, because that sort of thing isn't useful for gameplay, and everything that we would probably find as a cheater's badge would have to be useful not just for my stupid niche collection thing, but it turns out this is perfect for both doing gameplay things and also my stupid niche collection thing. Right there. Perfect. Okay, we'll come back for those batteries, of course. Right now we have to go... Actually, that might have been it. That's like everything for, what are we on for completion? 98.41%, yeah. That could have been it from the fortune teller, because that was the last badge. We have all of the rose petals and all of the badge points. Those are everything that the fortune teller points us towards that we can select, like, specifically. But there could still be rooms that we haven't explored just with, like, money and stuff inside them. And diamonds, right? Because those aren't selectable in the fortune teller's menu. Let's play like this for a while, just because. Just because it's stupid. This is probably a pain to watch for me in the future. But who cares, I'm probably not really paying attention anyway, I'm probably just putting it on in the background while I listen to it. If I even do that. Oh, wait. It seems there was nothing else to show. You already know it all. Really? So we got all of the rooms. Okay. And yet we're still at not full percentage. Wait. Hang on. Return to the safe house. Hang on. I was also warned about this. Let's see. Pipistrello, I'm looking up on my phone. Pipistrello. diamonds. It seems like one result says that there are 13 diamonds, of which we have 12. And 13, incidentally, is going to be kind of annoying for organization here, but besides the point. I have been told that you have to sell these diamonds for 100%, which makes sense because they're collectibles from challenges and stuff, and you turn in the collectible by selling them. But I have to keep them here in this room until I get all of them, and like everything else in the collection for a screenshot or something. So we'll save the 100% until we actually are satisfied with this room. But part of that is finding this 13th diamond, so where is it? Where are the diamonds? Actually, if I look for like a 100% guide, that should tell me, right? 100... I have 13 diamonds, says a guy on a Steam forum. I have also checked that interacting with the ciphers does not increase... Oh yeah, those signs. I forgot about that. I guess I'll look that up at some point, because I don't think I can decode the ciphers. I mean, not without spending a lot of time on it, and researching how ciphers work. But where could that last diamond be, because there are no more hidden rooms according to the fortune teller. All petal containers, no. Where are the diamonds? Pipistrello diamond locations. There are guides that tell where the diamond shop is, but that's not very helpful. Last item help in Pipistrello is one thing, but that's not it. I already got that item that they're showing. Diamond, diamond, diamond. How do you have 13 diamonds? Yeah, none of these are telling me where to find diamonds. They're just talking about the total that they have. But this is part of 100%, so there should be a guide that has this. I mean, I say should. It probably just means that nobody really created it if they don't actually exist on the internet, but I guess I would expect one to exist. Coin flip, what is that? No, that's some kind of achievement. I just keep going back to the same guide with this guy saying they have 13 diamonds. Rooms visited stat. I'm pretty sure we visited all the rooms, but let's just check that. 870, and that's what they said on the guide, so I guess that does mean we have seen all the rooms. But then where would the diamond be, because it should be on the map. Unless I just like left something on the map that I didn't know was there. And I'm pretty sure it's not here, because it should be obvious. It would have to be in one of these internal areas. Unfortunately, we can't check the map. And we can't ask the fortune teller for help because they don't know where the diamonds are. Guess we'll start over here. What we could do is start doing our whole collection thing, and as we go through each of these areas, try to find where the diamond is. I guess we're doing this anyway, huh? Sure. Was there a diamond here? Not that I can tell. No batteries down here either. So our collection is going to need... Well, there's only a few things here, mainly over in this room, I guess. We'll start with the underground area. The place where we started the game. Sure. One at a time. We are still going to need money though. Is this faster? Oops. Okay, we still have it. Is it faster to go all the way this way? I don't think it is. Well, we need this battery here to... Okay, what we'll have to do is like get the batteries backwards. We're okay with this one because it doesn't block us from here. But if we remove this battery, for example, we can't go to this safe house, so we'll have to take this battery that we have all the way here, because we have to go this way anyway, and then work our way backwards, bringing this one all the way to the left, and then the next one all the way to the left, and so forth. It's a bit of a pain, but that's what we have to do. Okay, if we had the cheaters walk the dog thing, this would be less of a pain. You know what, we don't have to deal with this. I guess we do need the money though. They're gone though. Oh, they put this spring pad here because, yeah. Originally, when you were first in this room, you had to go this way, so you could continue the game, but now that we're at this part, they don't want to soft lock you, because you can't go back to the north or the south plaza through this. It's just a safe house now. Damn. What is my charge move? Sleeper, right? Actually, we don't have too many good things for dealing with an array of enemies, do we? Oh, there's a portal here. Okay. Didn't notice that. Right here. Nope, not there. God damn it. Gonna have to rearrange this. That might have messed up the diamonds in the back too. Just one wrong move is all it takes. Okay, they're fine. The optimal distance is a distance of 2 away. That might hit the thing, okay. If one item hits like the battery, it sends everything flying a little bit. It's a good thing we didn't do that. So we can get this by doing... Yeah, this is exactly the problem. Hang on. We can fix this problem, I'm just thinking if we can do it with what we have now. I don't think we can. Unless we somehow teleport it back. No, we'd have to teleport to the thing if we do that, and it doesn't work that way. So yeah, we gotta put on the other thing that's not a cheater's badge, but is important for this sort of thing. As expected, this is gonna be necessary. We gotta make space for 5 badge points. We still want the money. I guess it's okay that we don't have the cheaters build on completely. We just want the ricochet now. Can we afford this? Oh, we still need more money. Oh, real quick. There are a bunch of enemies back there. And these boxes. Nearly. Bit annoying this. There we go. Okay, so let us upgrade the teleportation badge. That's -1. And I guess the last part of our cheaters build is actually this thing, if we can't equip this. So we could remove this when we're done, this money thing, and have enough for this plus one more, which actually this also works with the cheaters thing. Like our ideal cheaters... Oh wait, no, we can't put this on. Well, I guess this is our cheaters thing. Well, we could take this off, and I guess we don't need this if we're calling it the cheaters build. But then we couldn't put anything else on, so yeah. I guess our quote-unquote ideal cheaters build would be this, because... Well, either one of these, that's the last one. This one is sort of like cheating because it's helping us break the game in a way, and this one works with the Cheaters Unleashed badge. But yeah, we want right now this with money. What we don't need is... Oh, we could have used this to retrieve the thing. What could we have? I'm not sure. I guess we don't need the... Oh wait, we already have on this, so yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, money still. Right, I forgot. Take off... I guess we don't really need the extra links. That's the least useful. It could be useful for retrieving a thing, but as we just saw, it just wasn't enough links to retrieve the thing we were after, so... Just in the interest of getting more money for the rest of the upgrades, also towards 100%. Okay, so we want... Oh, we want to do it from here. Come back. There we go. Oh no. Oh, I gotta put on something better for dealing with these guys. In the end, it's still gonna be the cat's cradle that does most of the work for us. Yeah, the only other safe house would be over here. That was the whole plot of like the first part of the game, wasn't it? That you had to reach a safe house, so we couldn't have put a safe house before you reach a safe house, if that makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. This is probably going to take the longest out of any of these backtracking things, just because the safe house is so far away. If I make a mess of this place, maybe I won't bother with fixing things too much. Okay, but it turned out fine. Wait, actually, I want to leave this insignia uncovered. If we can. This room might be so filled so soon that there might be no space for even walking around pretty soon. After all, we have the teleportation badge now, so many things are now available to us. And one by one still. Luckily we did most of the backtracking, so 3 more. Ah, annoying. You know, I forgot to put back on the, Oh, we can do it here, right. Cat's Cradle. Coin Flip also good for breaking past barriers. I guess we don't need this other stuff. They're good for getting guys off of us, but we don't really care about getting guys off of us that much because we can just face tank. It's more important that we just get them out of our way. But I guess if we're face tanking, then we can just not get them out of our way and just run through them. Okay, this one first. Coming through. Each trip is going to get progressively a little bit shorter. And there's not that many trips remaining. Okay, you go here-ish. We do still want a little bit of walking room, I guess, for between the diamonds and everything. But how many more batteries are there going to be? This must be the badge that was used to get those 31 batteries that I mentioned was shown to me. I guess I never really thought about how it would get that many batteries. I just thought we would find them throughout the game and it'd be easily retrievable. But thinking about it, there were so many batteries that were just not retrievable. There was no way we would beat that 31 without actually doing what we're doing now, I guess. Important to get money while we can. We're doing it. We're in cheaters mode. It feels incredible. Okay. Well, that's why I want Walk the Dog, to not do things like that. Then we'd be truly unstoppable. Wait, can I put that on? Hang on. Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Okay. We don't really need the other thing, we just need the money. Seeing the enemy's house won't really help us too much. We also don't have the increased attack power, so we're not exactly steamrolling them with the Cheaters Unleashed. But the extra damage afforded by the Walk the Dog badge, this one, that makes it green, that might actually afford us enough to steamroll this thing. Okay, that's good enough, yeah. Okay, that's the last battery, actually. We're done with the abandoned tunnels. Collection complete of this area. Well, I guess the next logical thing to do would be to collect from this area. Went from the first area to the last area. Now these also go in the collection, might as well put them in now. And I'm pretty sure I saw 4 of these in the screenshot that was shown to me. But I remember when I was looking here, only 3 appeared on the map, I think. Like this one, which is definitely around, it's just kind of part of the retrievable stuff if it shows up on the map. There were plenty of other lasers, but I don't think they were retrievable if they don't show up on the map. Well, maybe I have to check that screenshot again. And I'm thinking this might not actually be the final episode if indeed I do go over on time or do reach the hour and there still appears to be like a lot left to do. And I'm not normally opposed to extra long finale episodes, but there is a bit of a limit for me. Try that again. Oh. Okay, well, that looks good. Or not. Not quite. Okay, so what we want to do is a combination of 2 cheaters moves. Not that. Funny interaction there. Oh right, that's bad for us. It should stop eventually, right? Yeah, because it can't bounce infinitely there. And there we go. That's how we retrieve this one. Our first usage of the teleportation to go past a item barrier. I love it. Just do it the normal way. Oh wait. Okay, we can do this like without cheating, but for some reason I can't think of how to do it without cheating. How'd we do it the first time? I guess we used the wall bounce or something, maybe. No, we would have been carrying it. Well, whatever. But no more lasers on the map. Maybe I'll like revisit this one in the next episode if that's going to be the finale. And nothing underground. I don't know. All I know is there's a battery here and that's all that appears on the map. Start filling in... We're gonna have so many batteries. I could fill in like the top right over there. I could also fill in like where the popcorn is at. I could make that a battery space as well. Somehow I don't like the idea of that. But then what about the top right? Well, we gotta store the lasers there somewhere. And I can picture the lasers going like in the top row with the batteries, like the second to top row. In those 4 spots, kind of. But, I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to be careful not to push things around and we'll start filling in over this way. Maybe I'll think of something later. Otherwise, we'll just have to rearrange everything again. We'll probably have to do that. Done with this area, unless... Well, actually... Wasn't there... Yeah, over here. Let's check one of these out, because there was... just like a normal laser here somewhere, right? Yeah, this one. Previously thought to be inaccessible by game logic or whatever. Now we know better. The coin flip is also good for setting down a teleport without having to throw it. Even if we can remote control the Yoyo like this. Just kind of finicky to control it when it moves so fast. So I want to test this out. If we move this here, for example, line it up with this one. It does stay. I guess as long as we don't re-enter that room, it can stay in our collection. Like the map versions, the lasers that appear on the map, those are permanent ones that won't move no matter what. But the one that we just picked up is a non-map one, and will return to this area if we go back to this room here. So we could collect plenty of lasers, as long as we don't re-enter the room, but I'm not sure I want to add those types of lasers to my collection, because then there'd be so many we could grab. I don't know, maybe I'll have to think about it in between episodes. For now, let's move on to the next area. Maybe Vitalia Town will be good. This way. Plenty of batteries in Vitalia Town, and actually no batteries in Slime Burrow. At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think there were any collectibles on the map, the overworld map. None that I left hanging. Yeah. So I think we're just going into the dungeons now for all of this stuff. Oh wait, what about... Oh no, I'm gonna have to check... Yeah, I'm gonna have to check these one by one. These rooms that go in places. Yeah, this is not the finale episode. We're gonna have to do all of these here, because there were puzzles with batteries and whatnot. I don't think we're gonna have enough room in the safe house. Damn. Okay, a lot to collect here. We'll start with like the ones furthest in and work our way backwards, because that makes sense, I guess. Starting with this place that we were in the last episode. There are some things that our teleport can't actually help us with, and that's this. So we do still have to do some logic. Still not dying in one hit. Okay, so if we retrieve this, we can't go further in, so we want to retrieve this last. These ones are retrievable by bringing to this safe house, but then we can't get out. So our escape route is going to have to be out the normal way while this battery's still in there. But then can we retrieve this battery? I previously talked about making this place our last stop. It would give us a +2 net of batteries by sacrificing a battery here and then getting our screenshot of our collection over in this version of the safe house. By bringing these 2 batteries back there, maybe even 3. Yeah, bring these 3 back because it would be 3 minus 1 for a +2. But if we can retrieve 2 batteries out of here, then the net becomes a net 0. And if we can retrieve all 3, then that's even better, but I'm thinking we have to leave this one in here to get these 2 batteries out, because we can't bring them out this way. There's a thing we can't throw our Yoyo up over here. Unless... No, wait. There's a way to do this. We can get all 3 of these batteries. Can we? Gotta think about this, the logic. There's a way to do this if we go around, but we can't go around. If we left the battery in there, it'll be easier to think of once we're inside the room, I guess. Let's just put those... Well, let's look at these batteries first. Wait, is that... Oh, that's... that changes everything. How long was that there? Was that there the last time I visited and I just ignored it? Because that wasn't there the first time we came here. I guess they put that in here to prevent you from soft locking. Wait. Did they add that in here because I got the teleportation badge? Because when I got that, I thought to myself, isn't there a possibility that by teleporting you could soft lock yourself and... Well, I guess you always have like the return to the safe house thing, but... This is like one example where you could return to the safe house, and if you somehow lost all the batteries or something, you could not escape or something. So maybe they added this in after I got the teleportation badge, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just imagining it and they put it there after we cleared the dungeon the first time. Ah, I needed that. So yeah, we can take this one back to the safe house. We're just gonna have to go in like opposite order here. I never thought about doing it this way with the ricochet. It's actually kind of hard to do though. Using Cat's Cradle with the ricochet will increase the amount of damage it does by doing the ricochet. That's one of the abilities we have. Alright, so before we head back, I guess we can't just retrieve this one by doing that. We also could have retrieved it by, just as example, well no, we'd have to leave it inside to go there. There might have been a way to do it, but we don't have to worry about that because we can just do it this way. Thanks for that handy dandy spring. Oops. Gotta watch our house. We're currently at 21 deaths on episode 22. So we're currently... No, wait, we're on 22. We're still on average 1 death per episode, but if we can end the next episode, episode 23, the finale, presumably, with 22 deaths, well, that would mean we beat the 1 death per episode average, which would be great. You know, I think I am going to have to start filling in the batteries over in the corner, so let's quickly rearrange this. It's a bit of a pain. This was previously the food corner. I guess it's going back to becoming the food corner. Of course, there are the apples too, which we could move to this part, but then that just kind of be... I don't know how I feel about that. We'll just use this corner for batteries after all. I call it a corner, but it's just like the wall, I guess. These can't be destroyed, right? No. Oh no. Hopefully that didn't screw things up too much. And last one over here. It's kind of lonely that we only have one key in our collection. Oh, but I think I might know where we can get another key, maybe. That one's a bit of a mess. Maybe that'll fix it. There we go. So put this one right here. Okay. On to the next battery. We get this one, and then yeah, the spring. Yeah. Again, gotta make sure we just don't die here. Not quite. Okay, so to retrieve this one, it's actually not that bad, because we have the thing that bounces off flat walls and the thing that remote controls in tandem. Oh, that's weird. Funny interaction there. Just kind of have to get lucky with the timing, I guess. I think. Wait. It's a bit hard. Wait, if we do this instead, it'll be easier. There we go. There, we got it. We got the 3 in a row. Every time. Every time I want to go down that narrow path, but we're moving just too fast. We are definitely going to run out of battery. Okay. Why'd that happen? One of these was like too far up. We are going to run out of walking space. This is a bit of a problem. Hang on. We have to backfill it this way, so we have enough throwing room. And I'm pretty sure we are going to have to use this space for... What about the lasers, though? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. We need some space somewhere. There's just no walking room. I'll have to figure this out between episodes or something. Or even during the finale, I'll just have to rearrange everything while I fade to black and cut out the video recording. And just put it right here. Might be a bit too far down. That should be good. Okay. Put this one right there. Oh. I hope that didn't screw that one. Okay. This is what I have to deal with, for the sake of organization. Last one over here. I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad. At least this one's nearby. Okay, great. Almost. We almost got it, is what I'm telling myself. And you go... Might as well start filling in this way. We're almost like... I'll have to figure out the laser stuff some other time. I want them to be beautiful, where I place the lasers. We might just have to settle for being inside the room because we are running out of space rapidly. There are way more batteries available to us than I ever could have imagined. Okay, get out of the way, buddy. We're busy. We do need the money, so I guess I shouldn't ignore them outright. Were there batteries in the bottom part? I guess we can check. And we kind of have to check for the diamonds anyway. We're still missing like one more. That should be fine, I hope. That's fine. And this one we can retrieve easily. And there you go. And this one's kind of getting in the way, isn't it? Almost zero walking space now, huh? Still plenty of batteries in this place. Actually, we got all of them here. So less than I thought, but yeah, plenty underground, wow. No diamonds to speak of, though. Let's go for that one. There's still the possibility that there are batteries that we can't retrieve, but we haven't actually hit one yet that we absolutely can't get. At least with the new cheater stuff. Oh, it would have been faster back the other way. Oh, we're here now. Alright, this should be easy to retrieve. Only problem is going to be the speed. Yeah. Oh no, right. The problem is trying to remote control if you accidentally let go of the trick button, is that when you try to regain control, you'll teleport to it if you have the badge on for that. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh wait, it's faster back this way. We're so fast, we're zooming. Very methodically collecting every battery. That's how I like playing video games. If there are batteries in the video game. All video games should have collectible batteries, just like this. I'm addicted. Okay, then these two that were behind the barrier. That should be everything on this floor. I'm so glad they get marked on the map. They do that so that you don't lose track of them for the purposes of like solving puzzles like this. But for my purposes specifically, it's a godsend. Wait. Okay. Gotta make that trip one more time. I think it wasn't letting me grab onto it because it was so close to the barrier or something. Alright, now we have the problem of deciding how we want to fill in the rest there. I think we will have to fill in the space over the carpet. Knowing how much more batteries still remain, there's pretty much nowhere else we can put them. Just wanted to leave that insignia uncovered. And I wanted some walking space, but I prefer batteries more than walking space, so... into this slot you go. No space for the lasers, though. What a shame. That was everything here. Plenty of batteries down there. What about that diamond, though? Alright, start with the closest, I guess. This way, I suppose. Seems like so long ago, this room. I guess it was long ago, but not that long. Alright, so... there's no safe house other than this one, so we have to retrieve everything either by going back around this way, or ideally going through this way. But I don't think that's possible, given that, so... so we're actually doing this in the wrong order. Starting with this one, we go back this way. Wait. Hang on. We can do this though. I know we can. Yeah, we can still get the other one, I think. Just chill over here for a sec. Oh, we blocked it in there. That's kind of helpful. Okay, good. We can retrieve this. Right by the entrance so that enemy doesn't bother us when it respawns when we come back. Oh no. Oh no, wait, that's not... okay, we're going this way. There shouldn't be anything that blocks us back this way. Okay, perfect. Now we just have to make that trip a few thousand more times. God, look at this place. Is this? Wait. This is already more than... because it's 11 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah. That's 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. Lost track, but that should be 34, right? 22 plus 4, 8, 12, yeah. That's 34. We beat the record. That was in the screenshot. Okay, well, I'm glad with that. Let's just retrieve the last of those batteries and we'll call it an episode. I'm not satisfied with just beating the record, because the record is... it wasn't the maximum amount of batteries in the first place. The screenshot that I was showed was really just an example of how much you could collect, and I knew an upper limit from that example. And that upper limit was the goal, but it was never, I guess, the record. Oh wait, we still need to go this way. But I am glad that we have now surpassed the upper limit and are working towards doing the rest of it. No, wait, we still need that thing. Ah, damn it. Okay, here we go. That happens every once in a while. It's the narrow gaps. Can we store burgers and fries in the safe house? I mean, we have the burgao, but... Oh no. Get out of there, you. That should fix it. You next. Okay, and just a couple more in that one room, we'll call it there. Ah, barely. Almost. You see the vision. Well, I guess that works too. You know what, I should be using it more like this, yeah. It does work like that, doesn't it? That works so well. Wow. And still one more battery to retrieve there, if I remember correctly. I think we just walked past it. What a mess. What a beautiful mess. Might be no room for lasers in this area here. Yeah, just way over there. The finale would have been super duper long if I tried to get everything in this episode. Because there's just so much to collect. Now that we can teleport. And everything else. Will we even have enough time in the next episode to do it all? If I just make it like at maximum 30 to 1 hour longer than normal? Or 30 minutes to 1 hour longer? And I'm pretty sure I don't want to collect these, but it's just a question that I have. Does that stay there? I don't think it does. Yeah, okay. There could be a way, like the other laser, that we could remove it from the underground here, like a fries. Like what we could do is this. I'm not keen on collecting things that aren't permanent map versions of the items, but we can keep this set of fries. And I would actually like to fill in the corner over there next to the burger with the fries, just because, well, it feels weird that they're just kind of floating alone like that, so yeah, I think I'll do that in the next episode. Or in between episodes, rather. For now, I'll just put it over here, I guess. And once more, we'll end the episode back in South Plaza. Our main home base, I suppose. What a productive episode. Wouldn't have been half as productive if we didn't have all this cheater speed and everything else, so I'm glad it worked out. Oh, the fries are gone. Well, I guess we're not collecting the fries then. I'm glad I didn't try to move things around. And yet the lasers stay. Well, on that note, I guess I will actually double check that screenshot that I saw with the lasers and try to understand if it's possible to get more than 4 lasers and if I even want to do that. But the next episode for sure, I think, probably, definitely, is going to be the finale where we finally complete our collection and get 100%. Now would be a good time to take a break.